Hey everyone! Some of you may remember a little over a year ago, to celebrate Sonic's 20th anniversary, I made my very first 5-inch Sonic figure custom, which was Silver Sonic Mark III, who made his debut appearance in issue 224 of the comic book. Now, even though I showed it to Ian Flynn, who loved it at Comic-Con 2011, there were several things about it that I was never quite satisfied by. That being the clay spines were way too made the figure way too back heavy. The hips went in the wrong direction, designed to go more outwards instead of forwards and back. Plus, the paint that I had used was a little bit crusty and had a terrible tendency to chip out, requiring constant touch-ups. So, just because I couldn't stand to see a custom of mine who fall into a state of disrepair, I decided to go ahead and fix him up. The first thing I did was fix his hips. As you can see by the blue mark there, they are now designed to go properly forward, the way that a leg should go. So putting him into a pose that approximates a running stance is much easier. Yeah. I also painted him with my Testors paint, which is much glossier and shinier. He also has silver extremities instead of regular gray ones. And oh yeah, I guess I really should point out exactly what I did to make his hips different. Of course, showing is better than telling, so let's do a quick intermission to show you what I did for the legs.
Alright, so here's a quick demonstration of how I changed the legs apart. The first thing you do is use an X-Acto knife or something like that to cut off the joint. This is the joint that's arranged 90 degrees in the wrong direction. Then you're going to rotate the joint 90 degrees so that it's pointing in the right direction, and then use a drill attachment to make a hollow space in the leg, going in both directions. I'd say about a length of somewhere between 1/4 of an inch and 1/2 an inch. You know, not so long that it actually touches the joints, but long enough that you can then put a stick, like a segment from a toothpick, through the hole, which is going to be held in place with crazy glue, and that will ensure that the leg won't just snap back apart if you put too much pressure on it. And that's how you modify legs.
Okay, fascinating, huh? Another thing that I did was the spines. They're no longer made out of clay. They're made out of craft foam. This is the extra thick craft foam. It's little less than 1/4 of an inch thick, and I cut it out into the spine shapes and then used the sander to give them edges. Of course, since it's craft foam, there's absolutely no danger of poking yourself, although it does retain its shape and is much less floppy than anything that Hasbro uses to make their swords. Ha ha. So, thanks to the much lighter foam spines, the figure is no longer top-heavy, and thanks to his new hip design, he is able to take on many more action poses than he previously could. So, Silver Sonic Mark III, designed by Tracy Yardley from Archie Comics Sonic Comic, really did a great design. One of my favorite giant Sonic robots, and since he made I decided that this was a prudent thing to do, since Silver Sonic Mark III was actually rebuilt in a recent issue of the comic book, actually last month's issue, if I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up. So I figured, well, if Robotnik can rebuild Silver Sonic Mark III, I guess I can too. Max, what did I say? Okay, Max is being a drama queen, so it's time to cut this video. This is Toy Customizer Wake Angel 2001, signing out.